Welcome back to One Comic Book a Day, where we're covering Adventure Comics 149 Fake Superboy. Another solid Superboy comic, two in a row from Adventure Comics, where the first half is fairly strong and then falters a bit in the second half, but a lot of its problems are smoothed over by the sheer pluck of Superboy and it being fun. Remember, all I really want from these Golden Age comics is for them to be fun, and this succeeds at that, even with some usual storytelling problems in the Golden Age that I don't generally like. So here we have a former criminal who sees his former pal show up out of the blue to Smallville. And they essentially threaten his son to go along with their plan, or else they'll reveal his father's nefarious past. We understand what the stakes are for the story before the halfway point. We get to it pretty simply. You understand if the kid doesn't go along with this, and if Superboy finds out in any way, his father will be ruined. Good, it's helping people. Like it. We're not just rushing into Superboy saving things. We really understand what the risks are and what can completely blow up in these characters' faces if Superboy gets involved. And of course, Superboy's going to get involved. He's working at his dad's general store. I told you the general store would be coming up more. And he starts noticing what this plan is. What is said plan? Well, they want Johnny, who looks like Superboy, to dress up like Superboy to get a whole bunch of donations to a fake charity. That's it. So he's just pretending to be Superboy. So there are two Superboys around. So this is what the first six-ish pages of this 12 to 13 page comic are. It all just tells us who these villains are, what they want, and who will be hurt if they don't. The second half of this story is Superboy dealing with this, which gets the fun of, well, Superboy switches places with Johnny. Now, what happens at the second half is it becomes just a series of Superboy doing things. Kind of like what most Superman and Superboy comics are, just him doing things without much of an actual story around it. It's all just filler action. So almost every page afterwards has a new little set piece where Superboy ruins whatever they want him to do by using his superpowers fairly subtly. It's like a montage if they kind of forgot to make it a montage. That's what the second half of the story feels like. It feels like a montage. We're going from one thing to the next. What saves it from being rather boring is the whole Superboy toying with them aspect. He's having fun, and it's infectious to the reader. Even when it's just jumping from one thing to the next, at least he is doing something, and it's affecting the plot, even if marginally. Until he finally pulls off the final plan. So a lot of what the filler action of this comic is just having fun with the criminals. We've set up how bad they are in the first act, so we can really just enjoy Superboy using his power. See, we can get away with the filler action if we do a little more work to get to it. In the Silver and Bronze Age, I'm definitely going to want a little bit more than this. What do I mean by a little bit? I mean a lot more than this. But as things stand in the 1950s, it's good. I enjoyed it. I was reading it and couldn't wait to see how he finally just blew up at these criminals who were arrogantly thinking that at no point Superboy was going to show up when they had their own Superboy walking around a small town. Okay, that is it from Adventure Comics 149. Fake Superboy. If you enjoyed this video, please like and subscribe, hit the bell icon to get notifications when a new video goes up. I do this Monday through Friday, but Friday is Bat Friday, where I cover a Batman story in either Detective Comics or Batman. Until next time, let's ponder the question, whatever did happen to the boy of tomorrow? And seriously, if you're going to commit a crime, and especially have a fake Superboy run around, why would you do it in the small area he exists in? Okay, have a great day.